guys, it's good to be back again. I'm here with Clay, and we get to talk about an event that we have coming up just this coming Monday for Memorial Day. So as we get into this, we are going to complete Murph again as a team, and we're going to kind of walk through a few things. So what Murph's about, some strategies, also maybe some things that you can reach out for if you want to do more on this Memorial Day. So Clay, we'll hop right into it, man. What I've got to start us, why do we do Murph on Memorial Day, and what's it all about?
So what Murph is one of the CrossFit hero workouts. When you get on CrossFit.com, you can click on heroes, see the long list of them. It's kind of known as like the hero of all hero workouts. It's my favorite one for sure. Is it yours? Or top 5 in yours?
Definitely top 5 or top 3.
So it's kind of known to be like the Murph Challenge, and we can talk more about that in a moment, but it's outside of what the Murph Challenge is. It's just a regular workout. It's still class. It's a really long workout, and that's kind of what makes it so different than the others, is it is so volumized, so many repetitions, and it is 2 miles of running and with a weighted vest. But if you've done a bunch of other hero workouts, you know that like they're always long, they're always grueling, they often have weight vests. This one has just been surfacing around the interwebs for a pretty long time. That's why it's so famous. But this one is in honor of Navy Lieutenant Michael Murphy. I believe he was 29 years old at the time. I might have that number wrong, but I believe he was 29 years old. During Operation Enduring Freedom, he was killed and posthumously has been made famous from the book and the movie Lone Survivor, the story of Marcus Luttrell, which he portrays the story of Michael Murphy really well. For those of you that have seen the movie, he was the one that goes to the top of the mountain to make the call to bring in the chopper so the rest of the team could get away safe, but knowing by the time he gets to the top of the mountain, he will be gunned down, so he gives that sacrifice to his team. So phenomenal story told by Marcus Luttrell on the Joe Rogan podcast, on the book, the actual movie itself. So that's a little bit, it doesn't really do Michael Murphy justice, but a little bit of him and what the workout is. And the workout is a 1 mile run. When you come back inside, it's 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then another 1 mile run. All the while wearing a 20-pound weight vest for the men and a 14-pound weight vest for the women. Awesome workout.
Yeah, love this workout. As far as when we come to the gym that day, we're going to do 3 classes. They're going to be 6 a.m., 8 a.m., and 10 a.m. on Monday. How do people know which class to come to, and are there any kind of signups?
You need to talk to your friends and see which class they're coming to. And then you do the same thing.
Easy.
That's it. So we're not going to do any signups this year. Last year we were just reopening the gym, so we had all the tape on the floor. It needed to limit it to 15 people per heat, and we really spaced out how much time was in between the heats. And this year, one team, one dream. We'll go at 6 o'clock, we'll go at 8 o'clock, we'll go at 10. Find out which one works best for you and your buddies, and maybe you and your family. If you got a lake day planned or a cookout, or if you got something planned, maybe that should incentivize you to come earlier. The 6 a.m. is going to be a banger. That would probably be the 5:30, 6:30, and probably even the 7:30 a.m. classes on a regular Monday through Friday. So that first class of the day will be a banger to get it started. 8 and 10, I'm not saying that they would be any smaller, but you can kind of have an idea of like which buddies are coming to which class. But for real, just call, text your friends, ask them at the gym, hey, which one are you coming to? And come do the same thing.
Yeah, awesome. So really easy, but again, just those 3 classes, 6, 8, 10 a.m. And I'm sure we'll be hanging out after, too, for a while.
We'll be
so,
here.
if you want to hang out for the classes to follow, I would say you're more than welcome to do that.
For sure.
Cool. Before we get into some strategy, which is how we'll end today, the murphchallenge.com, we came across this. Really, it's been around for several years now, but really looked closely at it yesterday, and probably starting next year will be something that we'll participate in. But if you really are wanting to do more on Memorial Day, there is the murphchallenge.com. It's a scholarship fund which you can go and donate to. Not affiliated with the gym, but gyms can sign up for that. Again, we'll probably start doing or working with them sometime next year on this particular one. But if you'd like to give to that scholarship that's in Lieutenant Murphy's name, you can go do that. Again, the murphchallenge.com.
Yeah, this is also
murphchallenge.com.
Oh, sorry. This is also something we were talking about before we got on air. Was that there's this really cool thing within the CrossFit community of taking these hero workouts and putting yourself there mentally during the workout. Like, yes, these air squats are so hard, and my legs are just full of battery acid right now, and like, there's nothing about this that's easy. But if this hero can do this thing and he or she dies this way, I can do air squats. I can keep going. And so that's one of the really unique things CrossFit has done with these hero workouts. But furthermore, to honor, to continue to contribute to a greater good, has been this idea of these foundations getting created, giving participants the option to donate and say, hey, I know that you guys are doing this scholarship for this person. I would like to help donate. I would like to push forward to this. The famous ones are the Travis Manion Foundation from the Hero Workout Manion. 7 rounds, 400-meter run, 29 back squats at 135, 95. I think your boy did that one with an empty bar last year.
Same.
And it was not easy. Or another one was actually one we did in the gym just less than a month ago, was the Hero Workout Small. And his fiance created small steps in speech, and she is a speech pathologist, and she now has this foundation where you can donate and help this private company, because she used to be with the school system, and you can donate and help her with her speech pathology foundation that she now has in place. So that's one of the things that CrossFit has done that's very, very unique, and the Murph Challenge is no different. Is come do this workout, but if you feel called to like really invest and do a little bit more, a small donation, and I'm talking a small donation, can go such a long way.
Yeah,
So it's really unique.
I love that. The last thing that we have, and we've talked about this for really the last probably few weeks individually with some people, but strategies, how to attack this, different ways you can attack this workout when you come in. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Send it.
We're sending it.
So when the workout first got put on CrossFit.com in 2008, maybe, it was back in the day on CrossFit.com. Small font, bottom of the workout. Partition the workout as desired. So like a little more, by the way, I cannot verify any of this, but he said, she said throughout the years and the grapevines has been, Michael Murphy used to do this workout on base often. Was not an active CrossFitter, so this was not him doing it a 1 mile run, a bunch of pull-ups, even more push-ups, and then even more squats and another mile run for time. It was just, hey, I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna get some pull-ups in, I'm gonna do some push-ups. And it wasn't known to be for time. And he would wear his tactical gear while doing the workout to, be better prepared and trained for combat. So he called the workout Body Armor. And so when it first got put on CrossFit.com, the workout was called Body Armor in honor of Michael Murphy. And you can partition those repetitions however you want. So only lunatics do 100 pull-ups in a row, 200 push-ups in a row, 300 air squats in a row. Does your boy have a screw loose? I do. And I've actually only done it this way. I've only done the 100, 200, 300. And it's not the fastest way to do the workout by any means. It's actually the way probably most geared and set up for ripping your hands. It's probably the version that's most likely to set you up for a really heavy case of DOMS, of delayed onset muscle soreness. It's probably the version that's really likely to set you up for cramping, coming off of 300 air squats straight into a run in the heat. So there's tons of reasons why maybe that's not the best version, but there's just something about doing it, man, where when you hit failure on the push-ups, and you're laying there in a puddle of sweat, and you're thinking, I get to do this right now. I don't have to be here. I get to do this. And it's such a cool feeling. So, like I said on CrossFit.com, partition the work as desired. So the most common way to do this is what they did in the 2016 CrossFit Games, and that was run the mile with your vest, but come back inside and do 20 rounds of Cindy, 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats. So you do that 20 times and then go run. So the math comes out to being the same, but it's a little faster paced because you are transitioning more often. You're only doing a few pull-ups. You're only doing a few push-ups. And it's only 15 air squats. Just stay moving. That's the fastest way to do the workout, no doubt. And then there are other ways to partition it. You get online, man, you find 50 different versions. But to keep it simple, instead of letting your brain wander, one of our members in the 7:30 a.m. class, name rhymes with Smythe Smanders, told me he has a spreadsheet. Said, okay, I've decided I'm going to do it like this. My first few rounds, I'm going to do it like this. And then after I do 3 rounds of that, then I'm going to do 6 rounds of this. So I made those 3 and 6 up. But he's got a spreadsheet. He is so ready. And that's also fine. You don't have to do either unpartitioned or small little rounds and sets. Maybe you have a pretty good strength at push-ups, and you can do way more than 10 at a time. So instead of the 5, 10, 15, 20 rounds, maybe you do 10 rounds of 10, 20, 30. That's another option. There are so many different ways. What do you think you're doing?
I'll probably go unpartitioned. Last year was the first time I did that, and it was awesome. I don't know if I'll this will probably be without a weight vest.
Did you wear a vest last year?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, yeah, you have that awesome picture of you with the flag.
I'll never forget doing push-ups beside Sarah and Luke that day.
Luke Lowry?
Yes. Oh, my gosh, what beasts. But I think it will be. But if I were going for a time, if I wanted a good time, it would be 5, 10, 15 for me. If I were going to get it done quicker, in for sure less than 50 minutes, somewhere in that range, I would be going 5, 10, and 15.
And really, your strategy is dependent on your skill of the push-up. You know, you could be an air squatter like no other, or you could be a ninja on the pull-up bar. But if push-ups are a massive weakness of yours, there's a strategy for that. If push-ups are a great strength of yours, there's a strategy for that. So it really does just come down to your push-ups. Something that's common is to take that 5, 10, 15, like I said, but take those 10 push-ups that are in the middle and split those push-ups into 5, 5, and then put one of those sets of 5 at the very beginning. So then your workout is 5 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, 5 push-ups, 15 squats. It's a great way for people to hit failure quickly on push-ups to get this workout in. I think simplicity wins, and there's also something very special about doing this workout, that when you hit failure, you know, you can go to that mental side. And although there are, like I said, you can get on the internet, find 50 different strategies. I think there's something very special, very unique, very beautiful even in regards to paying homage of like hitting failure. And like sitting there for a second, or sitting up on your knees and shaking out your arms. And it's like, man, this is the real deal. But it's not being a prisoner in a war camp in the Middle East. I'm working out at a CrossFit gym with my friends, and that's cool. It's beautiful. It's awesome. So I'm so excited for so many people to get to do this for the first time this year.
Yeah.
I think last year, you know, we'd been back in the gym for a month, not even actually, not even a month, and it was 70% of all participants was their first time. And this year, the number's actually about the same. It's because the gym has grown so much, and so many people will be doing this for the first time. And what a cool experience.
Can't wait.
What a cool experience.
You made me think of another thing. If it is my first time, or maybe I'm looking at some of those movements, so away from strategy a little bit, more into the workout itself, when would you, or what's some good indicators that maybe we would want to change either some distances or number of repetitions inside the workout? You cover that?
Yes. Talk to your coach. Talk to me, talk to David, talk to Brooke, talk to Dina, and say, hey, what should I do? Because the amount of exposure you may have to some of these movements might be really limited. And what would be so neglectful would be to inconsiderate's a better word. What would be so inconsiderate is to say, okay, well, you can do some push-ups from the toes. Let's do 200. That's not smart, but also it's not your responsibility to know what you need to do. Come talk to your coach, and your coach will take care of that for you and take all the guesswork out. In regards to like how far you should run, should I do pull-ups? Because I got my first pull-up recently. I could probably do 100. Should I do ring rows instead? What if I did banded pull-ups? How thick should the band be? There's a reason why we want you consistently coming to the same class. So your coach is coaching you consistently, knows your strengths, knows your weaknesses, knows what we call your threshold, like exactly how hard you can push and how far you can go, and then structure that workout and customize Murph for you. However, a good thing I think to give listeners is weight vest. Do I do it or no? In my opinion, the answer is yes, you do it. Will it significantly slow down your score? Duh. But it's going to be such a good way to put yourself somewhere other than, man, this is a hard workout. You don't need to be an elite athlete, or even not even elite, just an athlete that RXs a workout here and there. You don't even need to be at that level to wear a weight vest. You could follow the beginner track every single day. You could have started at the gym a week ago and still come wear a weight vest, because what that does is it pays, I've used this word 30 times already, but it pays a level of homage that you can't really replicate of, okay, I'm putting on this extra weight, it's going to bear me down. I'm already not a good runner. I'm already not very strong with my air squats. I'm already not, but this is not about me. This is about me saying, hey, I see all the stuff that you guys have done. I see the sacrifices that are out there, whether it's just for you, Lieutenant Murphy, or it's just for the greater good and all of the people that are serving today. This is my way to pay tribute. Thank you for what you're doing. I'm going to put on this vest. I'm going to make it even harder than it normally would be. And some of my favorite Murph workouts to coach are people that put on a vest, go hit a half-mile run 800 meters, come back to the gym, get in some action with the rings, do some push-ups from the knees, get in some air squats, and then do another half-mile run. That's one of my favorite styles of the workout to coach, because it's not about your score, and it's not about your total level of ability and where you are right now. It's just about, hey, I want to push myself, and I want to get something out of this, mentally, physically, and I love that. But if you are looking to have top score in the gym, it is definitely 20 rounds of 5, 10, 15.
Cool. So day of is going to be a little bit different than last year too, when we looked at having lanes and your own pull-up bar. So just kind of what to expect logistically, it'll be a little bit different. So there could be a class of, 15 or 20. There could be a class of 30 that show up for this class.
Oh, I hope there is.
What to be? Please, pretty please. That's actually one of the really, really cool parts of this workout that it's really neat. But do you want to talk about logistics, what to expect?
You get in where you fit in, baby. And for so many people doing Murph for the first time, it might sound a little bit like, well, that doesn't sound right. That's not how classes are normally done. Normally it's I have my barbell here. This is my station. My kettlebell's always here. My rower is the one that's beside. That's not how Murph works. Murph is straight up. You get in where you fit in. So if you're going to go unpartitioned, you probably claim a pull-up bar, and you're at that pull-up bar until you finish your 100 reps. If you're going unpartitioned, you do your 5 pull-ups. You drop from the pull-up bar, and then you don't stay at the rig, but you get out into the main parts of the floor, and you get in your push-ups, you finish your air squats. You go back to your pull-up bar. It's taken. You find a new one. But this other bar is too low, and my feet are still on the ground. Bend your knees. And then you get those in, and you go back, and you go back to your pull-up bar on the next round. Awesome. Go do your push-ups and squats, come back, that bar's taken. The little bar's taken. Now you need the high bar. You got to step on a 20-inch box just to get up there. That's how Murph goes, baby. You get in where you fit in, and it sounds silly. It sounds a little chaotic. It's part of the spectacle. It's for real, though. It's part of the magic. It's part of, you're drenched in sweat. Oh, dude, less than a week. Well, less than a week. But it's unique. Murph is it's its own thing for sure. It's not a standard class. Oh, by the way, it is a class. Like, you don't need to show up at 6 a.m. and then we start the 10-second countdown to begin the workout. It is a class. Well, we'll warm up and we'll do a general warm up, and then we'll start getting into some pull-ups, some push-ups, some squats. We'll clean up some technique things. We'll break for bathroom and water, and we'll come back and we'll hit the workout. Because every class begins on the 2-hour mark, 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m. What's your Murph time, David?
Last year with the weight vest was 70 minutes, right at 70 minutes,
Ooh,
71 minutes.
That's some sauce, boy.
That was good.
So,
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know or are not watching the video, David's thick. David's got some biceps, and you don't want to mess with him. So for real, though, I mean, you're someone who works out 5-6 days a week.
Yep.
Healthy, fit, and we're saying 70 minutes to work out. Faster times, like someone who's maybe they do the 5, 10, 15, 20 rounds of that, and like they're competitively fit. They're in the gym 6 days a week. They do many of the workouts prescribed and meet the stimulus doing them prescribed. They're doing this workout in 45 to 50 minutes probably. But that's on like the really fast end. That doesn't mean the slow end is an hour and a half or 2 hours. Your coach will help you make modifications so you get a workout that really doesn't exceed 75 minutes, an hour 15 at the absolute max, I mean. But let's talk about recovering. What have you done in years past? Workout's over, drenched in sweat, probably lost 30 pounds in water weight.
Yeah.
Not really 30, but a lot. What's recovery look like?
I think it was more over the next couple of days. Would really focus on food first, making sure we're putting things back in that are going to help us recover. So dialed in on nutrient-dense foods coming in.
Ultra hamburgers.
No way. I will say this, for those, alcohol, like after the workout, after a workout like that, excessive amounts of alcohol, probably not a great idea for something out there. So I will call that out. It wasn't part of my regimen for this past year, which was the first year I did with a weight vest. I did Epsom salt bath and some soft tissue stuff with like foam roller. And just really worked on everything. It was mostly, call it back and arms, legs is what got the most of the brunt. If you can imagine the 300 squats going out for a run, how heavy those legs feel if you've done this before. That's where I spent most of the time. So some soft tissue stuff. If you got one of those the Tim Tams or what the Theragun, whatever, like those guys were my friend for the next day or two, just trying to stay loose. But part of that recovery also was getting back into the gym and not missing Tuesday. To set and not do anything for the day after or the day following that. I think that active recovery and like that was a big part. So nutrition, some soft tissue stuff, and nutrition also hydrating as well, like making sure we're good, but making sure to not sit still for the next couple of days. Like come in, move. It's going to help you recover a little faster.
Yeah, all of those things are so good. And nutrition is not really something we can overstate because it is imperative to your body's ability to recover regardless. But when you do a workout that has so much volume, so much sweat, and looking to replenish that system is not as simple as, I'll just have water throughout the day. It's Memorial Day, so people are having fun and living their lives, and that's cool. We want that, but you do have to be so smart and so responsible and understand that you are consuming foods and drinks that are often diuretics. So losing even more stuff out of your system, and you just beat your body down from a workout like Murph, and then you go hit the lake, and then you have some drinks with your friends. Not saying you can't do that, but man, you got to be smart. You got to be really smart. I had a friend who's actually a coach and lives in Massachusetts, and he got rhabdo. He got rhabdomyolysis back in 2018. And dude, super fit. Been doing CrossFit for 10 years. Healthy guy, strong. He coaches CrossFit, and but he's no exception to, he did this workout unpartitioned, 100, 200, 300. So tons of little micro tears happening in his muscles, push up after push up after push up, and squat. And then goes and has some drinks with his friends, and hot dogs and some beers, and just like hanging out. It's Memorial Day, watching some baseball. Everything's cool. He's feeling lethargic around bedtime, wakes up the next day, and some parts of his body a little swollen, but can't really tell if, like, I can't straighten my arm just because I'm sore from that workout, or if I have something for real going on. Lets it go the rest of the day. Goes into coach's class the next day. And another friend of mine who coaches at the gym says, hey, what's going on with your arm? He's like, I don't know. I've not been able to straighten it since Murph. And it's starting to swell. It's starting to get like jelly-like. It's like, hey, go to the hospital right now. And he gets IVs pumped in him for the rest of the day, and he had rhabdo. That doesn't mean like your volume, how much of the workout needs to be 100% monitored. That's the job of your coach. We can tell when enough is enough for you. But also, hydration is important. Nutrition is important. And it's not about how many Gatorades you can put down post-workout. It's not about how much pink Himalayan salt water you can put down post-workout. There's not a special protocol here. You don't need pickle juice. You don't need the goos and the gels that ultra endurance runners use. You need meat and vegetables and fruits. You need some nuts and some seeds. You need some starches. Get in some rice. Get in some potatoes. Get in some oatmeal. And avoid the junk as best you can. But I understand it's Memorial Day, and I have fun every year Memorial. We actually went out on the lake together last year, and even had a burger for dinner that night. Like, live your life, but be smart about how much you're putting back in regards to alcohol consumption, because that can be very dangerous, and it's not that funny.
Yeah.
Ray out.
Yeah. I guess we will. Oh, we're like 2 minutes away. So any final thoughts? We've got maybe 90 seconds left before we close it out.
Show up, blow up, be ready to have fun. There's no one pull-up bar that's yours. Cheer other people on. I also really encourage you to keep teamwork at the forefront. And when someone is slowing down, just a little, hey, you got this. Just a little pat on the back as you're passing them, going back to your pull-up bar, can go such a long way. So keep the team first. Be humble, but also be hungry. Go after this workout. Don't say, yeah, but Dean and I were really going to stay together this year. Hey, hit your workout really hard. And when you finish that second mile, come back in, then I'll go cheer that person on. Then I'm going to stay with them the whole time. And if I got enough juice in my legs, I'll run with you. Maybe no vest, but I'll run with you the second time. Let's be humble. Let's have a teamwork atmosphere. Let's have that good approach, but also get after your workout. Go hard, just like all these heroes before us did.
Cannot wait to be back with you guys on Monday for Murph again. Kind of regular style that we would do it, man. So good to be back.